I'm just going to use one of these little seahorse signs from the Shore Living at Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to go ahead and give it a coat of paint just to kind of cover up everything we've got on there. It's got some glitter and stuff like that. As you can see, this one was even misprinted. Now, if you can't find this one, which is a little bit bigger than the raw wood one, you could use that one as well. Your seahorse is just going to be a little bit smaller. But what I want to do is take this piece. I'm just giving it kind of a coat of chalk paint and distressing it with a little Antique Wax by Waverly to kind of give it a driftwood feel. Now, the reason that we're doing that is that we're going to make it into a driftwood seahorse. I used to have one of these that I spent big money on and it fell apart. So we're going to try to make it with some of this driftwood from Target. It is a vase filler and my Target has it all the time. I always try to watch for the sales and I stock up because it's a really good driftwood to craft with. It's nice and flat, easy to glue down, and just a nice clean driftwood. If you're lucky enough to have lots of driftwood from the beach, you could try it. But we're gonna make it look really good. This piece turned out really high end. I still have it in my house all the time. I love looking at it. So just kind of like a puzzle. We're just going to start hot gluing the driftwood everywhere. I kind of try a piece. If it kind of fits, that's good. If not, I'll put it back and then look for another one. Just like, you're putting together a puzzle, you're looking for a long piece, a short piece, a wide piece, and you can always overlap them like that too. I'm just trying to cover up as much of the seahorse as I can. The reason I painted it and kind of distressed it first was for any of the cracks in between any pieces, just to kind of make it look better. And I just keep building. I'm kind of working in one direction, but I do kind of try to follow the edges as well. Just kind of filling it all in. And driftwood projects, I mean, they're easy, but they do take a little while. I have it all sped up here for you, so I don't keep you here all day. But I'm just using Gorilla Glue hot glue and gluing those all on. This little piece over here, the little fin on the back of the seahorse, a little tricky. But I've got some weird looking pieces as well. And sometimes if I really need to, I sometimes break it or try to cut them down a little bit. But usually I don't have to. Usually I can make it work. If it doesn't work flat, it might work on its side. They're really fun to put together a driftwood project like this. And we're going to keep working down this bumpy little tail, kind of trying to follow the bumps in it with the little edges of my driftwood to bring out all that detail. Now, I end up doing this to both sides of the seahorse to make it like a more three-dimensional driftwood seahorse. That's what I had before and I thought it looked good. Doesn't look super flat, but if you only want to do one side, you totally could get away with it. But I really like the hefty feel of doing both sides of the seahorse. So it looks like this side is doing pretty good. Just kind of try to fill in any little holes that I may see. Because you do want it to have a depth to it. A certain thickness. Just kind of filling in the belly area and any areas I think just needs a little bit more. It's kind of just a judgment call when you think you're done. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. And so let's start on the other side. It's already brown, so I don't have to worry about any of that blue or glitter or anything showing through. I am just gluing directly to it. And this is going to be the back of mine anyway. It's just going to give you that 3D vibe that I was going for. And you could always hang it too. It could be really cute on both sides if you wanted to hang it, like from a ceiling or something like that. But I'm just going to do the same thing. As you can tell on the back, I'm not too concerned about like a design. I'm actually going sideways instead of up and down, just trying to get as much coverage as I can on there with the driftwood that I have left. And I have ordered driftwood before on Amazon. I think I have that linked in my Amazon shop below. I find you don't get a lot. I really prefer working with the Dollar Tree driftwood. I usually always go back to that. It is a very light color wood, and we are going to stain it today to make it look a little bit more like driftwood, less like this bleached wood that it looks like right now. And so the back was kind of a easy peasy version of covering it all. And we can start staining it. So just using Antique Wax by Waverly and a little chunky brush so I can get down into all of the little nooks and crannies of my driftwood. We're just going to start staining it all over. I like to wipe off the excess with just a baby wipe to make sure it doesn't get too dark. But I did want a nice good stain all over this, and you can see how pretty that looks after you stain it. So much character in this piece. I really love it. Nobody would know that this was a cheap Dollar Tree Shore Living sign. So we're going to do the same thing here on the front. As you can tell, like this side is the side that is my front. So I think my details are a lot better on this, kind of how I kind of flared out like the fin. And I kind of like this up and down look a little bit better than the other side. So I do about half of the stain or the antique wax and then wipe it off so it doesn't dry, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the tail. And this is one of my favorite Shore Living DIYs that I've ever done. I think it's just so pretty. So we got that all stained and just wiping off the excess. And you can kind of see the edges because, you know, it is a 3D piece. So I am just going to go in and stain all of the edges as well to completely finish it off. And as you saw, I left like the original hanger on there. And this is probably one of my favorite DIYs I've ever done here on my channel. I still have it hanging in my hallway. It's so cute. Again, a lot of you guys have recreated this using the little wood chips, the barbecue wood chips, and it turned out really cute. So if you're not able to find the driftwood, again, I use the Threshold driftwood base filler that they used to have at Target.